There'll be times on the golf course when you're near to the green, you don't have far to go, but the lie isn't ideal. You know, you might find yourself in a little bit of heavier grass and the ball might be sitting down in the rough, or it might be sitting on the rough. And I think that's an important distinction to understand, is just because your ball is on the long grass or on the short grass, the lie can be very different. This lie, the ball's sitting up on the rough, and actually that's probably easier than being on the fairway or being on the fringe. You know, that one's sitting right up in the air. That's an easy shot to glide the club underneath and pop the ball high up into the sky. The only risk, and something that actually happened on that shot, is because the ball was sitting up, I almost went underneath it. So I've got underneath that ball slightly too much and it's popped up in the sky, but a much easier shot when it's on that grass than when it's in the grass. This ball's sort of sat itself down a little bit and it's a little bit tougher shot to play. The consideration here is, let's move the ball back in the stance. Let's make sure we're using plenty of loft and then plenty of handle forward. So the ball goes back for a good strike, the loft helps the ball come up, the handle goes forward for a good strike. Next thing here is make sure we follow through. Any time that we quit on this and lean back and scoop and don't follow through, we're going to struggle with this ball. And last consideration is, when this ball hits the surface, chances are is it won't stop very quickly. Watch that ball now, it releases up and releases up and releases up to the pin an awful lot more than that first shot that I hit. The first shot, because it was on a good lie, just popped up in the air and landed and stopped. That ball, because it was a bad lie, as that one came out, it came out with a lot less spin. As long as I can appreciate that and understand that, I can still hit that ball quite close. Spend some time chipping from the rough. We sometimes see golfers spend all their time chipping from perfect lies out on the fairway, and they never actually get themselves down and dirty in the long grass and learn to chip from the rough. But we know on the golf course you get plenty of practice chipping from the rough, so make sure it's something you're doing in and around your practice time, so that when you go on the golf course you know how the ball reacts when you're chipping from the rough.